We know a few things here and there about this whole trip to UK, but we do not know the whole truth. What I have found out is something that will shock you. Before I move on, just to remind you, not subscribe, consider subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment. Love to read those comments. I want to share with you this particular piece. Meghan Markle is said to have been relieved to return to California after her latest visit to Britain, with sources exclusively telling RadarOnline.com the Duchess of Sussex felt like an quote-unquote outsider while taking part in a long-awaited family reunion aimed at easing tensions with the royal family. She felt like an outsider. Well, it is because she was guarded. She was banned from expressing her own views, opinions, those expert opinions that come from her head. She was banned. She was told, wait a second, just hold on. You're not allowed to talk. You will talk when we allow you. These royal palace staffers, they stood guard, and including that will also include the king himself, the Queen Camilla. They all told Meghan Markle, don't open your mouth until you're given permission. And thanks to these palace staffers, there's presence. They're managing the whole situation. Meghan found it almost impossible to say anything, and she felt like an outsider. Okay, that's what is being reported at the moment. While the visit marked a rare opportunity for reconciliation, insiders tell us Markle left the UK believing the atmosphere remained strained and that rebuilding trust would require far more than a single meeting. This is concerning. This is concerning coming from Meghan Markle, that it would require more visit. Why concerning? Well, it is because she is hinting at making more trips to the UK. And this is the clearest statement we have read from Meghan Markle, that she is not done with the UK, that she is willing to go back. And we know why. We know why. Even though Sussex Squad and Meghan herself will say, no, we are not going to go back. But they will. Meghan will. Harry will. Even if Meghan says, I'm never going to have set food, I have nothing to do with the UK and I felt like an outsider, doesn't matter. She will go back. The actress, 45, she is now 45 officially, but maybe 50, who knows, traveled to the UK with her children, Archie 7 and Lily 5, last month after her husband Harry had arrived several days earlier, and requested and begged her to make a phone call to the palace, to the monarchy, so that he could meet his father. This is how desperate they are. During the trip, the Sussexes reunited with King Charles and Queen Camilla at a private family gathering, raising hopes that relations between the couple and the monarchy were beginning to improve after years of estrangement. The meeting was the first significant family reunion in years and came after a prolonged period of public disagreements that began following Harry and Meghan's decision to step back as senior working royals in 2020 and relocate to North America. A source close to the Sussexes claimed, quote, the Duke of Duffuses came away from the visit believing there is finally an opportunity for him to keep moving the relationship in the right direction. But his wife's experience was much more complicated. His wife's experience was like, oh, no, I was not welcome. I was not allowed to talk, express my opinion, my frustration, my demands were not heard. None of those things were allowed for me to speak about. I wanted to say something so that I could, make some money, request the king with a heavy pocket to see if he will spare me something. Obviously, he spared his son to Meghan, but she wants money this time. But of course, none of those things panned out because the palace staffers, as I said, guys, the palace staffers, the entire palace, the monarchy, they were on high alert all the time. She appreciated the chance to see family again, yet she could not shake the feeling that she was still viewed as someone who on the outside looking in. So you can paint the picture how she felt and why. From her perspective, there is only so much effort one person can make before expecting it to be matched by the other side. Wow. I mean, just as much she wants to go back to the family, she wants the family to also make efforts. Can you imagine how delusional she is? She was the one begging for this meeting. Okay, some sources said it is because of Harry's request, but she is the one who is absolutely delusional and desperate to have a meeting. And now that she has one, she believes that the palace did make no effort to meet her. Oh, I felt like, a third class citizen. They treated me so bad. They're racist. I mean, this is exactly what she's saying indirectly. When she says, I felt like an outsider, she's saying they treated me because of my skin color differently, right? They treated me differently because of that. That's pretty much the whole story all over again from Oprah. Why would you say something like this? Why could you not just shut your mouth? You have to talk all the time? Okay, so there is only so much effort one person can make before expecting it to be matched by the other person, other side, end quote. This is directly from the Duchess of Dish Soap. Another insider claimed Hattie is convinced that despite the frustrations and disappointments they both experienced during the visit, it would be a mistake to let this opportunity slip away. What mistake? So again, as I said, because they're desperate, because they have no money, they're going broke, they're so unpopular in Hollywood. Now Harry's like, okay, we need to just have a little bit of patience. We cannot rush things. We cannot jump the gun. Meghan, please. You see, our situation is so bad. And she was like, yeah, I agree with you. They treated us like little puppies, two puppies in the monarchy, in the palace. But yeah, guess what? We need them. We definitely need them. Therefore, just keep it quiet for now. When our time will come, when I make millions of dollars, I'm gonna trash them. Or if they keep doing this and I'm not going anywhere, I'll write a memoir against them, and it will sell in millions. To let this opportunity slip away, he understands, the Duke of Duffuses, exactly why Duchess of Dish Soap or Dog Biscuit came home feeling hurt and emotionally exhausted. Wow. Oh, my little wife. Oh, you are so hurt. You are exhausted. And he is not dismissing those feelings, but he believes the meeting was still an important first step. The reason why people are frustrated with him is because of these kind of statements. Is because of his unconditional love and support for a woman who destroyed his family. This is the same reason why people believe he's a traitor and that he cannot change. And this is what he has proved. He proved it, that he is not changeable. Unbelievable, right? In his view, relationships that have been damaged over several years are never going to be repaired after a single reunion. So you're planning hundreds of them? Hundreds of hundreds of times of trying to reunite? He keeps telling his wife that now is the time to stay patient. See? It is time to stay patient because I have lost big time in millions with the court battle against Daily Mail publisher of Daily Mail. I need money. I don't know what you feel, how you feel. I don't care. I need money. And we are in a very desperate situation. So shut up. We need to have patience. Oh my God, patience? Build on the little progress that has been made and focus on the positives rather than the setbacks. Why did you not do it when you first came to California? You moron. You had no patience that time. You just said whatever came to your mind, all the porkies or the lies. And now all of a sudden you realize, oh, I need to have some patience. Oh, let's not, jump the gun. Let's not come to any conclusion at the moment. Yeah, it's too late. Duke of Duffuses genuinely believes that if both sides continue making the effort, trust can slowly be rebuilt. I don't think so. Even if the process takes far longer than earlier of them would like. Oh my God, the source added. Another source said the Duchess of Dish Soap believed the visit highlighted just how much work remained before relationships within the family could genuinely recover. And another thing that, this one is again an indication that she wants to go back to UK again and again and again until she milk out of them millions of dollars. But why she talks about relationship with the family and with the monarchy, with the father-in-law, and not her own father? Why she doesn't even mention one thing about Thomas Markle Sr.? Another source said Meghan believed that the visit highlighted just how much work remained before relationships within the family. So how much work? So how much work you have to do on your father to fix the relationship with him? Oh my God, this woman is so evil. The latest visit revived memories of the events that led to the Sussex's departure from royal duties more than 6 years ago. In January 2020, the Harkles announced they would step back as senior working members of the family before relocating first to Canada, later to California, where they have since established a new life focused on commercial ventures, charitable work, and raising their children. The move, widely referred as Megxit, exposed deep divisions within the family that later became increasingly public. Harry, the Harkles, spoke openly about their experiences in their 2021 interview with Oprah, the Netflix documentary series, and Harry's memoir. Throughout those projects, the couple described feeling unsupported within the institution and spoke about the intense media scrutiny they believed contributed to their decision to leave Britain. So they still have the same feeling about the monarchy. So what has really changed? What has changed? Nothing. Nothing. They still believe the monarchy is racist. That's pretty much is what they're saying here. Okay, this is pretty much the message they're sending. We are still feeling the same way we felt when we left and did the Megxit. Some comments here, guys. Thank you so much for your comments. I really love those comments. Leave a comment in the